Wow, wow, 2 videos in one day. And I figured out how to fix the portrait thing. I don't know if I'll leave that earlier video up. I might redo it. The thing is, when they come, they kind of knock a door and tug on my coattail and go, do this, talk about it now. So this one, why are we postponing our bliss? Why are we why are we putting off that story of the boy standing on into the oneness? By the way, look at this cool stone, flat table stone. I'm sitting under the plum tree. That's still one of the plum trees that will give lots of fruit this year. Joy's parents-in-law had 50 fruit trees on this property in Sedona. And the last one, the apricot, I'll show it to you. I'm sad. We haven't been up here for a year for me because I went through a major Kundalini stuff. This is the last. I'm sad about it. We're going to try to make some sculpture out of it. Little story. And this is the last apple tree. Oh, I'm sad about it. Gave us apples many times. But it's this bush right here. I have a story. When it was 10 inches tall, this bush here was coming around the apricot. First session, so high I was floating. Go through each chakra and kind of clean them and activate them. I may be doing some of those again, limited ones. Hey, look, natural wheat. How cool is that? I was pulling the hose around that tree, and I heard a voice in my head go, "Stop!" And I saw an image in my third eye of a little gnome about 2 feet tall going, "Stop!" Because the hose was going to squish that little 10-inch plant and crush it. I said, "Oh, okay." And I turned around, just put the hose down, and when I turned around, the hose didn't move at all. I stopped. I saw in my mind's eye, I saw the gnome lift the hose, put it over the other side. That's a baby apricot tree. Put it over on the other side. He lifted the hose physically over. And this was after my friend Keith. I'm telling some truth, Keith. Some of this stuff isn't be allowed to be told, but I'm kind of drunk today, so on God, so I'm telling some stuff. And after Keith had helped me open up in the Superstition Mountains of Arizona to various nature spirits, sylphs, water sprites, feeling them. I saw them as lights. He sees them as little bodies, etheric bodies. And we met a gnome in a cave there, and he had a name, and he told us he was 2,000 years old. You're going to think I'm crazy telling this stuff. But he lifted that hose physically for me. This stuff is real. I grew up in Sweden, atheistic country. Total schooling since I was 3 years old. I went to private school, like Angus Young from AC/DC, that stupid little boy's uniform. I went to school in England like that when I was 4 and 5 years old. All right, come back, come back. So if someone like me, very Western, atheistic, growing up in Sweden until I was 13, moving to New England, going through all very New England, Yale, I was going to go to Yale. I said, I can't handle that. I'm going to have to actually work. Anyway, so I'm glad I got out of that and didn't have to become, would have been probably when I was 35, but anyhow. So the topic I wanted to share with you was, why postpone our bliss? And I realized there was a deep program, and this is especially for good-hearted people. Service to self people don't have, service to others people have this issue. I'll give you a concrete example. Let's say you're having fun, you're enjoying food, or you're going to go on a vacation, and someone can't come, some of your family or whatever, they're not enjoying themselves. you feel like you have to shut down your bliss because they're not having a good time. You can't enjoy yourself because they're not enjoying themselves. This shows up as the bodhisattva. This is how deep the programming is. That bodhisattva that is ready to merge in until all creatures are awake. Oh, what a martyrdom sacrifice. Now I'm poking a little fun of it here. What a martyrdom. It's wrong if someone feels like there is truth to that story, maintaining a body like Babaji, not disappearing, staying here out of love. And that's all the teachers that help us, from Mataji, Babaji, Yoga, etc., 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 they hang around to help us. I agree. But postponing your bliss or your awakening, big time. Joy and I were just clearing it. We both have this program. I'm not allowed to enjoy fully unless everyone can enjoy it. That's not loving. You will post your cup running over because you think it's loving to not display it. And you don't have to love it. You can quietly enjoy it and not be yourself. Or says, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, a little bit, whatever. There's no final truths about it. But my level where I'm at now, I enjoy myself. My body becomes more and more full of light. Therefore, then I'd be single that whole bottle. Wow, a little bit of esoterica slipped through there. And all that editing, the ancient Lemurian technique, I recommend it. Start with that. Or keep doing it. I'm going to do some classes on it when I get strong, ready, when I feel it's ready. And we'll review, for all of you that have ordered it, we'll do it together. We'll just reinforce it, because I get a high out of it anyway. I love doing it. And I need to. Make it a win-win. Whatever you do, make it a win. That brings us back to that. Fountain is your cup running over. The overflow feeds, if nothing else, nature and the space around you. If others can't eat of it, that's what Jesus talks about, in my opinion. Eat of my flesh, drink of my blood. Gets twisted into this weird satanic ritual. Did I say that with the Catholic Church? Not all Catholic. It's all good parts of it, and then you got to separate the wheat from the chaff and learn to discern and all that. I've met beautiful Catholic saints. So it's never evil. It's 50,000 shades of gray. Okay, in my view. So the more you effervesce and fountain of youth yourself, El Dorado, turn into gold, golden light yourself, the more you feed the world. Oh no, I should hold it back. Well, that means you're not sharing with the world. If you really want to help, the highest help I've been getting it finally is you, astral, anti-astral, light body, etheric body, heavenly body. What if Jesus shut his light down? What if Krishna shut his light down? What if ayahuasca shut off? There's thousands of ceremonies tonight. She's helping the planet intensely. What if she shut down and said, oh, I don't want to look bigger or better than or that I know anything more than anybody else? Would that be helpful? It's not helpful to hide your light under a bushel basket. Don't hide your light. Yes, be smart about camouflage. See, you have to learn this. Don't show off. That's what I'm learning big time. Don't show off or don't overtell. That's my neighbor. I like him. He's really nice. He's calling his kitties, which the dogs are going to bark at. And don't hide your bushel basket of light. Don't hide your light. The more you enjoy, it's like adding a beautiful ingredient. Picture the human mandala. 10 billion souls. whatever, 7.4 right now. We have 10 billion brain cells. That's weird. 10 billion souls, that might be the right amount. So one for each brain. 10 billion stars, galaxies. Macro, wow. It's just a coincidence. Never mind, go back to sleep. 10 billion brain cells, 10 billion people, 10 billion stars in a galaxy. Interesting. If you vibrate in the soup of the human mandala, if you vibrate as an avatar, your very resonation, you are resonaring the whole system. If it wasn't for Babaji, the masters, the ascended masters, the real ones, not the fake ones, a lot of fake channeled crapola, learn to discern, of course. But the real ones, if they weren't holding it together, we would have blown up the planet a long time ago. 1963, the Cuban Missile Crisis, done. It would have happened, you know. So the more you heal yourself, the more effective you are in the world. Perfect. Don't hold yourself, your divinity, don't you know your gods, don't hold it back. The only thing that's really ever going to save the planet is individuals becoming awake. Don't hold back your awakening. If the bliss God, and it can be misused, but don't worry, the world will teach. If we're caught in our egos, don't worry, we'll get a reflection that smacks us and tells us, you're fooling yourself. So when you feel the bliss and it says to do something strange, that it's not godly to buy a Harley Davidson and go on a trip just for myself and go camping. Really? How do you know that? Maybe you effervescing and doing that is feeding the planet better than doing satsangs every night for everybody in the local neighborhood. You don't know. Do you ever notice that these guys tend to be kind of selfish? Take care of them. If I put out a bull, they're, they're like, I'll take that. I'll take that treat. If daddy's not going to eat it, they don't worry about it. Now, we're a little bit more conscious than the dogs, but a similar principle. Avatars don't hold themselves back. Be given to. The 0 points are literally all around you, and every point, each perfect cornucopia, Ireland horns of succor, providing. Wherever you sit, trillions of 0 points around you. We just came up in a webcast we just did a week or two ago. Feel your 0 points around you. Can you let in a little bit? And I was sharing examples of how the universe lets in for me, just to build faith. These earpieces, I was walking Gabby yesterday up here, and I pulled out her leash out of my pocket, and these were wrapped up the earphones, and they dropped on the trail somewhere, like half a mile out. And I said, okay, angels, helpers, show me where they are. So I don't, because I'm not feeling super strong physically, I don't want to re-walk the whole thing. 20 feet off the pavement, 20 yards, there they were laying. Of their own beauty. I just posted a cartoon about a genie popping out of a bottle, and the person says, I want to be more, I want to be able to, I want to deserve love more. And the genie goes, yes, click, there you go. And he goes, but nothing's changed. And the genie says, exactly. You've always deserved love. Why are you blocking it? So let's not withhold our glories. It's not godly. It's not helpful to the planet. Or you love animals and dogs. You want to rescue all the sea turtles. By the way, look at all the power of one straw up a teacher, one viral video. We watched that 5 years ago when it first came out. And I go, oh my God, I'm not using straws again. Now it's everywhere. That's how quickly it can change. It's really encouraging. As soon as we change, it cleans up real quick. As soon as we change, let your gloriousness glorify itself. Let thine whole body be full of light. Attend the webcasts. We'll help activate you. God will help activate you. You'll activate yourself TobiasLars.com, Sunday Webcast. You can attend it totally anonymously. You don't have to participate. Your face isn't on screen. No one knows you're there if you just want to listen in. It's fine. You can use a code name for the, your name for the registration. No biggie. A lot of people do that. Start letting in the love that's all around you in every 0 point all around you all the time. How many solar rays are coming off the sun right now? Infinite. How many 0 points